What's up, traders? Interested in what tilt looks like? Well, here it is. Alright, traders, too many tickers to even think about going through the live trades. I'm just going to explain exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure you can kind of see what happened on the DAL trade. However, the Twitter trade, there's a little bit of a different story, and this is what caused, I believe, the emotions behind the DAL trade. So here on Twitter, got a great first entry, took off 50% of our position here. Let's see, started this thing with 50, took off 25. The idea was, hey, we tried to go lower. It tried to go even lower. VWAP was right there. If it comes back up to our average, which was pretty much high of day, we'll take it off. And I didn't do that. So what did that lead to? It led to us adding back the half that we took off, and then letting it find a top through that 40-50 area, and then we started adding to this 50, and then I believe we got another 50. And then what happened after that is we started to get a move down. It did not. We ended up stopping out. At least I thought we had stopped out. We put a stop at high of day, but it was back here before the ad that I had taken. So as you can see, this was 100, this was 50 total, and this was 50. So there was 200 shares. I took 100 off on this candle, and apparently I saw that I was still in 100. And I was like, what the heck? So I thought I hit the cover 100% position button. But you know what? Let's go see what happened. I actually haven't even looked at this yet. Let's see. Make sure you guys can see this. So you guys can kind of go through this live with me here. So let's see. So right there, I'm long 200. Okay, so I'm short 200, just like I had told you. And the order I had in was to cover 100 at high of day. So right here, look, you see I'm confused. I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I still... I thought... So actually, 100... I'm so confused. What is... See, this is... Let me check my order. Let me check my order log here. So Twitter... 25, 50. So we added the 25x, so 50, 100, 200. So we were short 200. Somehow... Where's the order that we put in to buy? Did we put... I wonder if what happened is we put in too many orders. Because look, it says we have an order for 100, we have an order for 50, we have an order for 200, then we have another order for 200, all to buy. So I'm assuming I didn't look over at my orders, and as I was adding, I kept putting in a new stop by hitting the button on my montage right here, the stop at high of day. But since they were all stacked up, I couldn't see them. And wow, that would be a pretty big mistake. Of course, I just took off the trade log in my recording. So, okay, so apparently that's what happened. But anyways, we ended up long 200 shares. And if you go back later in that video, you'll see that I walked away because I was annoyed that I even made the mistake right then and there. So I hit the button, and then I walked away. I come back like 30 seconds later, maybe a minute. I don't even remember. Let's see. What was the order? 951.20. 952.58. Yeah, so it was about a minute because I came back and I saw I was sitting down. I was like, wait, why is my unrealized moving? And I looked at the chart and I was like, what the heck? I'm long 200 shares. So I was long 200 shares. It was already down here. Thankfully, I got here when I did. because as I sat down, it was at 40.50, and I was like, all right, let's give it a second, see if it wants to bounce. And sure enough, it didn't. It went through, so we ended up getting out at 40.50. And yeah, as you can see, it went all the way down to 40.29. So it got us both ways. We ended up top ticking our cover for the most part because it didn't continue, and somehow mistakenly got long 200 shares, and it flushed on us. So yeah, that was fun. And as you can tell, my emotions got to me, because then we go over to DAL, which you can see on the bottom chart there. We'll bring it up top. I first saw this move here, and I tried playing the double top, and it didn't work, and we covered our whole position there. And I told myself, okay, I knew I was a little emotional still from the Twitter trade, but I still asked myself, would I take this trade here if we had never taken this trade? And I said, yeah, this is the trade that I would have wanted in the first place anyway, right? Extension away from previous resistance. And so we started the scale into this thing, and we ended up doing 112. Is it 100? 100, and then as it was failing, we hit it for 200 to get full size, looking for it to come back down and test moving average, VWAP, previous resistance, anything. Pretty much bottom ticked that candle. We got the order at 55, and that was the low of the candle, 55, and it went back up, went high of day. We stopped out. It continued, and as you can tell, this is just where the tilt commenced, right? We just started saying, okay, we're going to get back in the full size. So I think we entered with 400 shares on one of these. Maybe it was 200, but then we got full size at 400, and we kept covering out every single time it went high of day. So we're just taking paper cut, paper cut, paper cut, paper cut, death by 1,000 cuts. And then finally, when we took 200 shares as a starter, which I'm pretty sure one of these was 400, but when we took 200 is when it finally started to work. But as you can tell, we ended up not making that much. We bottom ticked this candle, but just no pullback, right? It just did not want to pull back. We took off half and then took the other half off at break even. It went high of day. It seemed like it was going to be a fake out, so we jumped back in. Smaller share size this time because I just realized that I was FOMOing into this trade at this point. And so I at least realized it and decided to cut back on the share size. And again, look, got us twice. Thought it was a fake out breakout here. Went back high of day. Tried to feel the top again through 29, and we were wrong. Stopped us out of high of day. And then finally we said, look, just stop. I walked away, came back about 2 minutes later, and this is kind of what started happening. We scaled into this, figuring we got that whole $0.50 there at 29.50. We're really extended, even though it's kind of riding the 9 here. We're going to scale into this one last time and give it a shot. So 1-1. We actually, was that another one? I thought I did 1-1-2 here, but no, we did 1-1-1. Got out most of our position here. It started to descending triangle. We were down to 75 shares here out of 300, so we actually added those back and took those into the wash. We were looking for this again to just continue down. We had an order out here at 29.08 for the longest time, and right there, of course I can't get it, but as you can see, it came down. We moved it after this one, but it only got down to 12 here, and then it came over to 10, and that was as low as it got. So we ended up taking it once it didn't fill us there, and obviously that was the right move because it ended up going high of day again. So just a very frustrating day. 36 tickets. What the heck got into me today? I don't know. Ended up obviously down quite a bit. I mean, obviously not a lot. It's not going to jeopardize the overall account. The risk management was still there. When I say I went on tilt just emotionally with the tickets and just the over trading. And it's a thing, right? Emotions are a thing. Sometimes they're going to catch you by surprise, and this is where the discipline comes in to at least realize it. For the most part, I did realize it, and I scaled down at least. And that's the only positive I have from today. So we're just going to try to journal about this and get it out of our system and move on to tomorrow. So until then, if you don't mind, hit that like button to cheer me up a little bit. Subscribe if you haven't already. Always appreciate that support. If you do have any questions or comments, if you just want to beat me up, maybe show me some support, you can do that down in the comment section. Either way, I do like to hear from you guys. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.